kids, this is Mr. Dykema. What we're going to do today is draw a deer. Not a fancy one. It's pretty simple. And you can follow along with Mr. Dykema. Now you can turn this into a hunting theme or a Christmas theme or just a regular deer. It's up to you. So I'm going to do two. I'll do one for hunting and one for the holidays. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with I like to draw in the air first, kind of warm my body up. I'm resting my finger on the table, and I have a pencil. I'm just going to drop this pencil and just kind of draw a circle right here. Okay, same thing over here. Maybe I'm going to draw this one a little bit over here more. Okay, doesn't matter. It's up to you. All right, so now what we're going to do next is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to add this it's going to get a little bit wider on the bottom here, just like that. All right, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I like to have this a little more rounded. It's kind of flat here. I'm going to round it off. I'm going to erase all those little sketchy marks when I'm done. Just try to sketch it in first lightly. Please draw as light as you can. I know this is very difficult for some kids to do. It's just going to save you later for a big mess. So here we go on this side. I'm going to do the same thing, just kind of run it out, kind of arches here. Okay, so here's your kind of oval or your circle, and now we added this to it. So I'm just going to erase this. Okay, all right, we're looking good. They're both the same. This one may be a little bigger or whatever. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to draw another circle right here. Okay, I'm going to come over here and draw the same thing. I like to draw it in the air a little bit first. Just kind of draw it in like so. It can be almost like an oval. All right. And then I'm going to draw an oval here. And an oval here, super light, super light. It can be hard to draw light and to try to make these ovals, the same size on both sides. Do the best you can. Okay. All right, so once you have that done, I'm just going to go over to here, and I'm going to just trace around this outside just a little bit darker. This is kind of more like a cartoon deer, not a realistic deer. They're a little bit easier to draw. So there we have that part of the face done. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to erase everything inside. All right, very good. All right, so this one will be the one for hunting, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make his nose like so, and then this part comes down, and then he's not going to be happy because it's hunting season. Okay, later on we'll color this in and leave a little shine on there for later on when we color it in. All right, so now we're going to put his eyes in here. Nice big oval, and just a little pupil because he's probably a little scared right now during hunting season. There we go. I got a little bit of mess in there from light sketches. I'm just going to go in here and try to clean it up. This eye looks bigger than the other, so maybe I'll shrink it over here. And everybody's going to make mistakes here, boys and girls. You just got to be able to erase and go with the flow. So next step, I'm going to do this over here too. Over here it's going to be a little different. So I'm going to make mine kind of like a Rudolph nose here. Nice big circle. And then when it comes down to here, he's going to have a big, or she, a big smile. It's so big that the mouth is even open, and you can even see the tongue a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to color this in because who knows, maybe you could color it in red. I'm going to go back over to here and I'm going to draw my eyes, and they're going to be a little different. So these are going to have little arches on the bottom. He's happy, or she's happy. Just like so. That would be colored all in black, but a little sliver of white. Okay. Okay, so we've got the happy one and the sad one. So I might even do a little bit of eyebrows on there. Okay. All right. Hope you guys are doing okay. I'm doing 2. You're just doing 1. So, and have fun with it. Draw light. I'm going to put a couple little things of hair up here. Okay. Just like that. Now I'm going to add ears. All right, just like this. This guy's a little bigger, so I better make bigger ears. Because this is a big buck, maybe. On this one, should have drawn it later. I'm going to put him up a little higher because he's in alert stage. He wants to know what's going on, who's out there. All right. So now I'm going to go back over here, do the same thing with the ears. And then I'm going to put some antlers on this one. So what I'm going to do is come over here, come out to here. Okay, so I'm going to draw the outside part of it first. Then I'll come in, draw this. And you want to try to keep these all the same thickness, otherwise it's not going to look right. So you can see I didn't do that. So I'm going to try to shrink that down. There we go. And then if you can just do this real light. And then this one will just kind of come up to here. And then you can just add these as you go up. And you can erase those lines. So that will come up. This one will be a little smaller, just like that. Okay. Same thing on this side. I'm going to go try to go up the same way, but there we go. I'm going to bring this one down a little bit. I start out like that, and then I can add a little parts to that antler. So there is the happy deer. Here's the little worried deer. It's hunting season. I'm going to make this one quite large. So I'm going to go ahead and make this big, super light oval here. Same thing over here. This one will be a little bit smaller. Okay, it's kind of a guide for us. Okay, now I'm just going to bring his neck. So this neck's going to come down to here and then kind of wrap around this oval. I'll put a couple things of hair over here. And then just keep going all the way down to here. This one's going to come down to here, and then it's going to come a little bit above that oval, and then come down to here. Same thing on this one. So if you missed it, we're going to come down to here. This one's going to come out, a couple of hairs here. All right, this one's going to come over like so. So now on this one, I'm going to just continue with this leg. Okay, so the leg's just going to come down here and then come down like so. Whoops. Let's come down a little bit out and then straight down more. Now down here, I'm putting on the bottom of the feet, these are curved. Okay, I'll make it look a little bit more realistic. Something like that. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Make this one a little longer legs. Erase some of these sketchy marks. All right. Same thing over here, just get rid of some of this sketch now that it's kind of got it going. We got a one-legged deer. All right, let's put a front leg on. Try to match it up with the bottom here. All right, so we have two legs. Do the same one over here. This one's maybe not as thick as that one, so I better make this one thicker. Is it bigger? All right. Okay. Now we have to add another leg. I'm going to straighten this one out. Sorry, kids, I keep changing my mind. All right, so I'm going to come close. This is the other leg. It comes close, but not as far because it's further back than this one. So this one, and don't make it straight as an arrow. It's not going to look very good. It's a wee bit thinner, and it's a little up higher because it's farther away. So it's important that this hair, don't make it too sharp, goes, and this is the chest, goes over this leg because this is overlapping. Okay, and then you just bring this back, and then we need to make a back leg. So we'll make another back leg back here. And remember, it's further away, so it can be up a little higher, a little smaller. All right, let's just add a tail. All right, and when you add the tail, make sure that you keep that like so. I'm going to make it come out a little bit like that. All right, you could even, put a little bit of white here that, well, I wouldn't do that. Too fancy. Keep it simple. All right. Let's move over here and put some legs on this Mr. Happy. On that one. So now we have these done. So now what you can do is you can add the background. So if this were a holiday one, I might make it just snow. So I might put a line down here, just like ridges of snow here. You could put a snowman there if you wanted to. Here's another little hill of snow, and then here's another hill. See, when you have this overlapping, it really makes it look neat. So there's another overlapping snow right there, and then maybe in the background I could put some little big majestic mountains. And you don't have to do this. This is just optional. So that would be fun. And then what I would do is, if this were, snowy, I would add some Christmas trees or pine trees. You could make them Christmas trees if you wanted to. And I'm putting a real small one back here because it's way far away. just like that. And you could put a real big one here too if you wanted to. You could put another one. Maybe they were kind of right here. And this one's pretty big. It's right here. And then part of it's kind of going behind. Well, you got a lot of lines going on here, so it can get confusing pretty quick. So I go right to my erasing. If you're overlapping, you definitely want to get rid of those lines. So here's the trunk here, you know, put a couple lines in here, something like that, or you can put some lights on it. Then you can outline that and color it in. So on this one, so what I would do over here, if you want to have some fun with it, you could do something like that, or just put them out in the woods, put some mountains back there. I'm going to have a little fun, and I'm going to make a blind back here. So I'm going to just make this. I'm going to make this line here, and so this is on an angle, and then it goes straight up. Okay, goes straight up like this. This is perspective, so it can get a little advanced. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. And then this is going to come up this way. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that again. So check this out. I'm going to go here. This comes straight over. This kind of comes up. So this and this kind of go the same direction. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to go like this. This is getting a little crazy. This is straight in, straight up, kind of like that. So there's a little blind there. And I'm going to make it look like wood. So I'm just going to bring some, and that's, you know, blinds aren't made up of the most beautiful wood in the world, unless you like them real fancy. So I'm just going to put some wood there, and then I'm going to put these little lines here. Oh. So these lines, see how this goes this way? That's going to go that way. These lines will kind of go straight, and these lines will go up. Okay? All right, and if you wanted to put somebody in there looking out or whatever, you could. But I put little nails all over the place here too. You can see where the nails are. All right, maybe I'll put some brush right here. Kind of hiding behind the brush. Some little. I don't know about that brush, kids. Maybe you can do something better. Maybe I'll put some little indications of some grass here and there. And then in the background, I'll make some woods. So I'm just going to go like this. You know, and just kind of have a couple of sticks here for, you know, those little trees that just kind of fill up everything. Whenever I make this, whenever I make a little stick coming up here, I do this because then it looks like, you know, there's more bushy stuff there. So, all right, so there's some bushes there. There's some bushes here. You know, you could add more up here. You could put some mountains up here if you wanted to too. Not a lot of mountains around here, kids, not like this, but, you know, in art we've got our imagination, so you can do whatever you want. All right, so now after this, put some little grass guys here and there coming up. Okay, once you're done, take an eraser, color it in. You could color it in with markers, colored pencils, whatever you like to use, whatever you're best at using. To it. There you go, one worried big buck. And this one, you could do the same. You could add some Christmas lights in the background, or make Santa up there flying around. Who knows? Have fun with it. Okay, that's it for this project. Have fun with this, and can't wait to see what I see you guys doing. All right. Have a good one.